The spotlight has never been forgiving. For Bronny James, it's even harsher. Imagine stepping onto the court with the weight of being LeBron James's son, a legacy that demands excellence. Yet, instead of delivering those jaw-dropping moments fans hoped for, Bronny's game has left many scratching their heads. Missed chances, basic mistakes, and puzzling decisions seem to pop up a little too often. But here's the real question. Is Bronny the one at fault? Or does some of the responsibility fall on his dad, LeBron James, the basketball icon, guiding him? What happens when you're expected to be great before you've had the chance to be good? Bronny James's basketball journey has been anything but ordinary. As the son of one of the greatest players in NBA history, he's been under the microscope since day one. Comparisons to LeBron James were inevitable, but they've also been unforgiving. The basketball world wants to see a star in the making, but instead they're witnessing a young player struggling with the basics. But how does someone with access to elite resources end up falling short on the fundamentals? Analyzing the issues, Bronny's fundamental flaws. Number 1. Off-ball movement. Stuck in the corner. Off-ball movement is a simple concept, yet it's where Bronny stumbles the most. Bronny frequently plants himself at the three-point line, waiting for the ball. Instead of using cuts to exploit defensive lapses, he stands still, allowing defenders to clog driving lanes. This static approach disrupts spacing, turning what could be open lanes for his teammates into congested areas. LeBron, who built a career on his court vision and understanding of space, should be a perfect role model. So why hasn't Bronny picked up these lessons? The struggles don't stop there. Let's look at another glaring issue, his execution in the pick and roll. Number 2. Pick and roll mismanagement. Bronny's inability to manage the pick and roll effectively is one of his most significant weaknesses. Instead of dragging the opposing big man to the sideline or attacking downhill with purpose, he often picks up his dribble too early or moves into crowded spaces. This not only negates the play's purpose, but also stifles his team's offense. LeBron, a maestro of the pick and roll, has executed this play flawlessly throughout his career. So why is Bronny, with such a direct example, struggling so much here? But Bronny's issues aren't limited to offense. Let's shift our focus to what's happening on the defensive end. Number 3. Defensive lapses and fundamentals. Great players know defense wins games, but Bronny seems to have missed the memo. Why? Defensive mistakes are another recurring theme in Bronny's game. He often struggles with positioning, failing to stay shoulder to shoulder with screeners or anticipate backdoor cuts. These errors give opponents easy scoring opportunities and suggest a lack of focus on defensive fundamentals. LeBron, who has anchored some of the league's best defenses, could have instilled these lessons early. Yet Bronny's defensive lapses tell a different story. And it doesn't end there. Bronny's shot selection adds another layer of frustration. Number 4. Shot selection and patience. Bronny has a tendency to fire ill-advised shots early in the clock, often from beyond the arc. For a player who hasn't proven himself as a consistent shooter, this approach is costly. It wastes possessions and highlights a lack of patience, a crucial skill for any successful basketball player. LeBron's mastery of controlling the game's pace is well documented. Bronny, however, seems to lack this composure. So where does the blame lie? Let's address the elephant in the room: LeBron James's role in Bronny's development. Is LeBron James to blame? Being a basketball legend doesn't automatically make you the perfect mentor. LeBron James has always been a hands-on father, but his dual role as a parent and basketball mentor may be complicating Bronny's development. The very brilliance that defines LeBron's game, his instincts, court vision, and decision-making, may not be as easy to teach as it seems. Moreover, LeBron's demanding career has likely limited the time he can dedicate to Bronny's growth. And while LeBron has ensured Bronny's access to elite coaches and teams, this exposure may have come too soon. Thrust into the national spotlight before mastering the basics, Bronny faces scrutiny that could hinder his progress. But it's not all doom and gloom. There's a way forward, and it starts with redefining Bronny's path. What needs to change? As they say, great players aren't born, they're developed. Bronny needs specialized coaching focused on fundamentals. A player-centric environment that prioritizes teaching the basics over flashy plays could help him rebuild his game from the ground up. Sometimes stepping back is the best way to help. LeBron's involvement in Bronny's game should focus on support rather than direct coaching. By connecting Bronny with the right mentors and allowing him to grow independently, LeBron can still be an influential figure without stifling Bronny's development. Basketball is as much mental as it is physical. Bronny's struggles may stem from overthinking, especially under the weight of expectations. Building confidence through low-pressure environments and tailored drills could allow him to play more freely. The shadow of a legend can't define a legacy. Bronny's career shouldn't be a continuation of LeBron's legacy. Whether he becomes a star or a role player, his journey must be uniquely his own. Because sometimes, even the son of a king needs time to find his own crown. But how the Lakers are managing Bronny James' unique path. The Los Angeles Lakers are navigating Bronny James's development with a mix of caution, strategy, and a bit of ingenuity. This isn't just about basketball. It's about managing a truly unprecedented situation. Bronny isn't your average late draft pick. He's the son of LeBron James, one of the greatest players in NBA history, and he's playing in the league while his legendary father is still active. Add to that Bronny's recovery from a cardiac arrest in the summer of 2023, and you've got circumstances that demand a personalized approach. So how are the Lakers handling this? With a carefully crafted plan, Bronny is playing exclusively in G League home games with the South Bay Lakers. This approach ensures he gets valuable game experience while staying close to the Lakers' top-tier facilities, giving him access to elite resources like training, doctors, and development coaches. It's a setup that combines the best of both worlds, G League action and proximity to the NBA environment. And yes, it's fair to call this special treatment. But is that a bad thing? When you're managing a player in Bronny's position, balancing immense pressure, health concerns, and the expectations of carrying a legendary surname, it's not just acceptable, it's necessary. The Lakers, led by a brain trust that includes new head coach J.J. Redick, general manager Rob Pelinka, and influential agent Rich Paul, have taken a long-term view. They're prioritizing Bronny's mental and physical well-being alongside his basketball development. This isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. It's tailored specifically to his needs. Critics might cry nepotism, but history shows that talent eventually wins out. As filmmaker Sofia Coppola once proved, having an iconic parent might open doors, but success is earned through merit. The Lakers' method is deliberate. 1 month into Bronny's rookie season, the results of this plan aren't fully visible yet, but they're playing the long game. It's about patience, discipline, and giving Bronny the tools he needs to grow into the player he's destined to become. Bronny James is far from a finished product, and his struggles don't mean he's a lost cause. His athleticism and glimpses of basketball IQ suggest promise, but he needs the right guidance to turn potential into performance. LeBron James holds the key to his son's growth, not as a coach, but as a father who supports Bronny's journey on and off the court. By stepping back and allowing Bronny to develop in a nurturing environment, free from the burdens of legacy, the basketball world might one day see Bronny James fulfill the greatness many believe he's capable of achieving. The story of Bronny James is still being written, and the world is watching closely. The pressure of being LeBron James's son has created sky-high expectations, leading some to wonder, is LeBron ruining his son's career? With the spotlight on him, the big question remains, is Bronny James ready for the NBA? While his struggles with fundamentals and decision-making have sparked debates, his athleticism and potential suggest there's room for growth. However, comparisons like, is Bronny James better than LeBron James? May be premature. What's clear is that Bronny's journey will take time, patience, and the right mentorship to step out of his father's shadow and make his mark in the NBA.